Pulkit, and I'm here representing ShoppingPal. And as you can see right there, we're a mobile app. We're for the iPhone, and we're hopefully releasing an Android pretty soon. You walk into the store, you take out your phone, you scan whatever you're looking at, you find out recommendations and reviews, you pay for it on your phone, and you walk out never having to stand in line. And if anybody has stood in line for milk or just that one item for 20 minutes and just put it back on the shelf and walked out, you can kind of understand the appeal of a self-checkout app on your mobile. So that's what we do, and our team is half and half. Half of us are in San Francisco, the other half is here in Oklahoma, and we really do enjoy being at the 404, and I want to thank you all for coming here and for the spring beta, and it's really great. We think we're out to reinvent shopping, and we really believe in our cause, and we're trying to set up some internships, and we'll see how that goes because summer's here, students are getting out, and there's room for some developers. Like Casey said, everybody needs developers. Can't live without them. So why NoSQL, really? Why NoSQL? The biggest reason is just ask yourself, and what's easier to look at? For some people, this diagram on the left side, if you see that and it makes sense to you, that's great. You should go with SQL. I mean, there's a lot of, people will tell you, metrics on the speed and this and that, and transactional queries are better on SQL. But really, it's what makes sense to your developer. When you're looking to put a product together in under a month, if this makes sense to your developer right here, then pick that. If this makes more sense to you, you can't see it, which probably doesn't make any sense. It reads like English. If you could see it, it reads like plain English, and it makes sense. It's a document. So the core difference between SQL and NoSQL is, think of NoSQL as a document. It's literally an essay. If you wrote a 500-word essay and you had to divide it up into 500 pieces, it wouldn't make very much sense to a lot of people without having to explain it to them. That's what SQL is. That's where schemas come in. And NoSQL, you could just read that essay, and it makes sense. It's a document. It's all in one place. Now we'll talk about the options. What are the great options? What are some of the options we've tested and tried at ShoppingPal? We've built a product with it over the last 2 years, and we really think are ready for the market in terms of performance and in terms of flexibility. Whatever you want, you can do with them. The free option, which is always the best option, is Iris Couch. Iris Couch is a hosting. They provide hosting for CouchDB. CouchDB is a NoSQL server. It's a great NoSQL server. There's others in the market like MongoDB, but I'm going to focus on what we've tested and tried at ShoppingPal. So at ShoppingPal, we found out, to start off, Iris Couch was great. Then you missed it. Cloudent is another hosting provider. They have a custom implementation. Couchbase is another hosting provider. They have a custom implementation, and these people charge. And finally, we use it on the phone. And what we use on the phone embedded, like you have SQLite on the phone embedded, you can have a NoSQL server embedded on your iPhone. That's called TouchDB. It's also available in Android. So you could have a NoSQL server running right on your iPhone. And if you want to know how you can test that, like can you just bring up the code and believe it, see it working? Yes. GitHub is your friend. Go to Couchbase Labs, TouchDB iOS, all right? It's a runnable project. Just download it, press play on Xcode, or whatever the equivalent of that is, Eclipse and Android, and this app will come up, and you can do grocery sync. So basically, it replicates with the server on the web, and as I build my list, bread, cookies, milk, that goes to the web, and anybody else who shares your list can see you check it on and off. So there's live data replication, device to device, through the cloud, just because you embedded a NoSQL server, and I think that's pretty great. Cry me river, okay. Another benefit of really, really good integrations that are coming out with NoSQL servers are full text search. Full text search is very important when you're building a web application because you want to be able to give autocompletes. And everybody wants to search. Nobody wants to figure out where things are in your app. So search is just as important for applications in mobile as it is on the web. And this is just, again, a little piece of configuration. What this JSON shows you is this is all you need to connect the CouchDB NoSQL database to Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch is a full search text engine, and you can you can do magic with it. Seriously, I mean, there's very few full search, open source text engines. Lucene is a toolkit. Solr was built on top of it, and Elasticsearch is leading the way. So, NoSQL, that's the way to go.